there is this practitioner called Peter Brook, theatre maker, and he says an actor walks across an empty space and there's just already so much story. So before you open your mouth, you're already performing, you're already telling that story. When someone walks into a space, right, you immediately have a story about them, be that their skin colour, the way they cut their hair, the clothes they're wearing, if they walk with a limp or not, the shoes they're wearing. There's so much story that's given before they even open their mouth and tell you what their name is. And I think that's the same for all of my characters. For example, when I was doing His House, there was a man called Mawan Mortat who was our Dinka expert. And I just watched him all the time to watch how he moved. He's a lot taller, and like South Sudanese people are a lot more, well, I suppose the word is lankier. So I was just interested in the way that they move and that grace that they have, because I need to try and incorporate that in my characterization. I don't get to use any of these.
No.
What's that about?
This is...
Oh!
I love it. It looks really sick, actually. It looks like it's doing a lot of damage.
This is a
Squishy head. Same with Elliot in Gangs of London. Because he boxes, because he's been in the army and he's been a police officer, there's like a physicality. He's got this entire story of violence that he's carrying with him. And I think it's important to be able to tell that. When you see his silhouette from a while back, you're just like, oh, okay, that guy looks like he can handle himself, you know? So I try and make sure that I've got that physicality by day one of shooting, that I've practiced that. And then everything else is sort of built on top of that, you know? The way he speaks, like where his voice is in his body, comes from like the muscularity or the size of his chest, you know? And that speaks to his history as well, where he grew up and who he needs to be for different people, because I think there's definitely an element of code switching with him. That's not really perceptive, but it's important for me to know that it's there, because the detail of that performance, like the more detailed I am, the more the audience can pick up on it. And even if they don't pick up on it, it's really important to me that it's there, because that's the work I'm doing, is the job, you know?